face it. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Burrow's pass.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Burrow will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Burrow's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Joe Mixon.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 12-yard line. 1-yard gain.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
On the carry.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good.
The kick
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 3, Bears nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
That's not good enough, man.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Now Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down.
On third down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tommy Townsend.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Wilson. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 at the 36-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
2nd and 13. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
The pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
What they call that on?
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15.
Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They run. Montgomery. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Santos now to add the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds Montgomery complete.
the pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 46-yard line.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Finds his target, Montgomery. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Chicago Bears.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And it's 21-3. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mixon with a first down carry and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
A throw over the middle taken in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Burrow's pass.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bengals.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Burrow will throw.
18-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
The 2nd down pass.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tackled by Logan Wilson.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
48-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
That's good.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Here's Burrow throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, Burrow hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
Cincinnati.
As they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. First down, here's Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.